Armory was made in 1990 by Divide by Zero for the ZX Spectrum. The game takes place after Lord Bromley's estate, which I have reviewed in episode 161. Q's Armory was released as part of the so-called James Bond Action Pack, bundled with the ZX Spectrum Plus 2A microcomputer, 2 other games and a joystick. On one of the included tapes are messages from Q, each giving an introduction to one of the games. I will play the message for this game in its entirety at the end of the review. In the game's story, the MI6 has identified the organization behind the helicopter attack and the assassination of 002 as Spider. In this organization are 4 well-known, very dangerous mercenaries. Therefore, James Bond went into Q's armory to be equipped with new weapons. Q gives Bond a special pistol, which can just be fired by James himself. The gun has a fire mode selector, which can be set between full and semi-automatic fire. Furthermore, Q hands James some explosive rounds. M insists that James meets a certain points requirement with the new equipment at the firing range. This story is in disagreement with the one of Lord Bromley's estate, in which the criminal organization was called Spectre. The hit detection in Q's armory works considerably worse than in Lord Bromley's estate. The worsening is curious considering both games use the same technique and were coded by the same programmers. The gun is measuring the right position precisely, but struggles to determine the X position in a raster-based manner. As workaround, a band at the correct right position is turned black. Then the system draws a fuzzy white bar up to that position where it expects the gun to be pointed at. If no light is sensed, the system continues to poke for the right position by altering the location of the white bar. Once the gun senses light, the system draws the bar at about the same location again to confirm the prior measurement. If the gun still senses light, the target is considered to be hit. The game just consists of 3 levels. The game mentions that in each level one of the fire modes of Q's new pistol is used: semi-automatic, full automatic, and the explosive rounds. The 3 levels play very similarly, but the required score gets higher each round. All weapons sound the same, but they behave slightly different. In full auto mode, of course, the trigger can be kept pressed to shoot multiple rounds. When using the explosive rounds, the shots don't need to be as precise to hit the targets. In between levels, there is a quick shot minigame in which bonus points can be earned. The game just accepts light guns with a BT connector and refuses to accept the E9 light guns. Furthermore, the game doesn't seem to work well with the cheater defender. I didn't enjoy Q's armory as for the finicky hit detection. The art is decent, but the animation is very choppy. The lack of music and the loading screen makes this game look like a rushed effort to me. I came to expect more from target range games on the ZX Spectrum after playing Bronx Street Cop.
Oh, 007. Thanks for getting down here so quickly. You know, we were right. The crew of the chopper reads like a roll call of international terrorists. 4 of the most dangerous mercenaries on our files. It'd take something huge to bring those 4 together. And our men in Turkey reported a whole army of suspicious types. Well, you'd better sit down. No, not there. That's a prototype we're working on. An ejector seat for top-ranking officials. If somebody tries to assassinate them at their desk, it shoots them to safety through a trapdoor in the ceiling. Only we don't have the trapdoor fitted yet. You know, it would have blasted you against 3 inches of concrete at 100 miles an hour. But even you'd have got a headache from that. Right, back to business. Now, there's only one organization powerful enough to recruit terrorists of these capabilities. An organization called Spider. And their aim is obvious. If they'd killed those ambassadors on British soil, think what it would have meant to the peace talks next month. Oh, we'd have been back on the iciest depths of the Cold War. So, we're sending you in. You must eliminate Spider's threat before they try again. And it's going to be tough. Possibly your toughest assignment ever. So, we've devised something to give you an edge. Now, this may look like an ordinary pistol, but it's not. Firstly, it's electrogenetically personalized. Only you'll be able to use it. Now, I want you to hold it while I set it. There. That's it. Now, you're the only person able to use it. Take it out on the firing range, get used to it, blast those bullseyes, and piece of cake, really, 007. But pay attention, because this is actually 3 weapons in 1. For your second visit to the range, you'll use it in continuous fire mode. That's right. Hold down the trigger, and you've got a machine pistol. Pretty neat, hmm? And finally, the heavy artillery. Well, you can't really lug a bazooka around with you, so we've devised a miniature explosive shell. Its effects are devastating. It can blow holes in armor-plated steel. Now, that'll be your 3rd session at the firing range. Sorry to put you through all this, 007, but M insists. Oh, and you don't leave here until you've achieved the qualifying scores in each category. Well, what are you waiting for? Get shooting.
Stop the tape here and play the next section.
This is the end of the review. My name is Ben. I thank you for viewing.